Hey, welcome back. This is your Malo one time for my people. Today we are diving in the best epic food adventure with the best show review of Ethiopia. So let's go into the video and I'll see.
It's cheaper here and you can literally find anything here.
What about the new iPhone? The smells in this market, especially where we are right now,
Oh, see the way she's holding the chicken. Why?
It's such an aroma of mixed spices. Is this a country that really loves spices?
Yes, every plate that we have has many spices in it. The one spice that's almost in every dish is berbere.
Wow.
And it's a combo of different spices, but the baseline is chili powder. Dorot is very spicy. Are you ready for that?
Hidden within the bustling labyrinth of the Mercado Market, a humble food vendor about to whip up this country's national dish. In Ethiopia, instead of tediously plucking chicken feathers, the feathers and the skin are ripped.
Oh, see the woman, she is skillful. See the way she's peeling the skin of the chicken.
Ripped off in one fell swoop. Then the meat is hacked up and soaked in a treatment of salty lemon juice. Next, the sauce. Saute onion with cooking oil. Then add the master spice of any good Ethiopian dish, berbere. Then water, garlic, and onion salt. Finally, add the meat, clarified butter, and hard-boiled eggs for even more protein. Let it simmer for 6 hours to achieve the rich and complex flavors that make it famous.
The food look really delicious. You can see the texture of it. I've never eaten this type of food before, but I think it's nice. Yeah.
Borawat is a labor of love and a practice of patience. It's most often made in homes for special occasions. So food stall over Yidin Akachu has prepared this dish just for us.
There's a lot here. There's a chicken, there's eggs, there's the injera, and then this kind of stew all around it.
Do you know how to eat?
No.
Should I show you?
Yes.
Okay. This is you.
Oh, so they eat with their hand like you know this is African thing, you know.
Or like fork or spoon. Scoop it up. You can add the eggs or the meat if you want to.
This is the type of food, if you put it in your Tupperware container, it's going to be stained orange
Definitely.
forever. All right, so you don't want it too much on your fingers. Wow, the spice is nothing but kick. It's an extreme flavor, and this is coming from the berbere, right?
Exactly.
To me, it seems like berbere is to Ethiopia what masala is to India.
Yeah.
How many different spices are inside of it?
More than 10.
More than 12. So, 13? 12 isn't a ridiculous number.
There are black seed, garlic, ginger, cumin, to name a few.
Turmeric?
Not really.
And the gesture of actually physically feeding someone is an act of affection
Don't be shy.
and respect.
Can men feed men?
When you're eating together, it's fine.
It's a ritual of bonding, a celebration.
You know, it's a sort of bonding. In Africa, you know, families come together to eat like this. You know, it shows love. It shows that you really care.
Of togetherness.
I noticed nobody's trying to feed me.
And I, right now, I'm definitely feeling the bond.
Very polite. How long have you had a shop here?
1 year.
Your shop is located right next to this very peculiar, distinct alley. About every 10 seconds, there's a man walking through here with a sack of coffee beans that weighs 220 pounds.
But I can taste the chili through the screen.
That's more than me. Meanwhile, you have women lining the alleyway here. What are these women working on?
The world's most socially acceptable addiction can trace its heritage back centuries to the ancient coffee forests of the Ethiopian plateau.
Those are coffee beans that come from the farm. The women, they pick out the bad one. After this crop.
Yo, for those who don't know, Ethiopia is known for their coffee. They have absolutely perfect coffee for you, you know what I'm saying?
Process, they get to grade it and then it goes to sell.
Here, it's all about high-quality Arabica, consumed domestically and exported all over the world.
I know around the world that Ethiopian coffee is really iconic, but how is it perceived here in Ethiopia?
It's a very big deal in Ethiopia. You get to have it maybe 2-3 times a day.
Is Ethiopian coffee strong?
It's very strong.
But coffee here
Guys, have you ever tried it before? She said it's very strong. I've never tried it before. I want to try it. But comment down below if you have tried it before.
isn't just about flavor or a caffeine kick. It's about the experience.
I love coffee very much. That's why I opened the shop and every day I prepare nice coffee. I serve people.
Oh, wow. Very nice mood.
Thank you.
Welcome to Teru's coffee shop. Right now, she's executing a centuries-old traditional coffee ceremony called buna.
Do you smell that?
It smells like popcorn. That could be this over here, though.
Yeah.
There's the roasting.
So this happens. Thank you.
Are you cleansing yourself? What's happening exactly?
You're smelling the coffee.
They don't do this at Starbucks at all.
Exactly.
There's the grinding.
Your pestle is basically a giant piece of rebar.
Some of them are made of wood and some of them are like that.
Yeah, some of them come
Do you know that Ethiopia has a national coffee celebration? If you don't know today, you know.
from like a collapsed bridge.
And the brewing. The performance demands full presence, urging participants to appreciate each step with great care and attention to detail.
That's like 15 scoops.
Don't you like your coffee strong and dark?
That's gonna be really strong.
Do you want sugar or no?
I'm just gonna go black. I wanna see what the coffee really tastes like. What is this one right here?
This is raw.
These are basically herbs. Huh, it's fresh. It's like a little bit fruity or citrusy.
Put it in your cup. Just mix it up.
Oh,
Charlie, he said it smelled fresh.
love that. And that's gonna give it flavor?
Of course. You smell it? Yeah?
Yeah, really fragrant.
Yeah.
Showing.
Yeah.
I got a buzz.
Yup.
That's what I'm saying. Woo! I taste the roux a little bit. It's fragrant. The coffee is black. It's powerful, but it's still really smooth. Ethiopian coffee is like world famous, and I can see why.
Thank you.
How far back does coffee go in Ethiopia?
I don't know the year, but I know the story of Kaldi. Kaldi discovered coffee. He was herding his goats, and one of his goats went and ate the coffee, and he became very hyper. So Kaldi was very curious, what did he just eat? So he tried it, and he was hyper, and that's how it was discovered.
It all started here. Coffee is an amazing drug because it's said that the world wouldn't be even half as productive if coffee didn't exist.
And half as beautiful, I would say.
And half as beautiful, yeah.
Soon, we'll see how a whole raw animal carcass becomes one of this country's most unique food experiences.
Are these guys chefs or are they just butchers?
But first, once you've checked off Gorowat and coffee, you can't leave Ethiopia without trying this at least a dozen times. We've come to Hana Maje restaurant for this.
This one is beyanetu. It usually ranges from 6 items or sometimes even to 30.
Beyanetu is a traditional, vibrant Ethiopian
It seems like this is vegetarian food. Is that a vegetarian? Because I've not seen meat yet.
platter structured with injera as the base, then topped with an assortment of various colorful spiced up vegetables and stews. It's designed to be meat-free, yet it feels like nothing's missing.
So everything here is vegetarian.
Vegan.
Vegan.
Yes, beyanetu is usually eaten during fasting season.
Are you someone who participates in the fasting?
Joining me for the second half of today's street food tour, Ada, an
But the vegan platter look very delicious. It look yummy.
enthusiastic food lover who showcases the wonders of Ethiopian cuisine through her platform.
We have two breads. We have a middle bread and an outer bread. Which bread should I use?
You can go for any bread.
I think I'm overthinking. What are we looking at here?
This is called misir, a stew made with sauté onion, Berbere seasoning, red lentils, garlic, and vegan nidder kiba, or Ethiopian plant-based spiced butter.
I like to combine a spicy dish with a vegetable.
Is it spinach?
Collard greens.
Collard greens. Cheers.
I think I'll survive in Ethiopia because I like spicy food, you know. So since this is spicy, oh man, I'm gonna enjoy this.
Oh, that's fantastic. The greens give it some texture and so much flavor. It has a simple spicy tomato flavor, but then there's a deep savoriness underneath. Oh, that's fantastic. With the lentils that are in here, it gives some texture too, so it almost feels like you could be eating ground beef or something like that. It doesn't feel like something's missing.
Absolutely.
We have so many stews on the injera bread, but we have this on this side. Why is that?
Because that's the start of the show.
This is shiro, and here's how it's made. Sauté onion and garlic in hot oil. Then add water and chickpea powder and cook until it thickens up. Add onion salt, kiba, and bell pepper. Finally, serve it hot in a clay pot.
Oh yeah, look at that texture. It's like a melted gas station.
I love how Ethiopia dishes have such colorful, aromatic, amazing texture. You can see it look flavorful, you know what I'm saying? So I would love to try this. I would love to try this.
Cheese. Toss it back. Wow, unbelievable. Incredibly creamy, savory, and it almost has a shrimp-like flavor to it. Did they put shrimp in there on accident?
No.
Oh, it's so good.
I think what could influence the flavor is actually the pot itself.
To me, it's unbelievable that there's no butter inside because it tastes buttery and it just has like a little bit of seafood essence that I'm dreaming of.
That's why they call Ethiopian food vegan heaven.
The idea of vegan food.
Yeah, it's a vegan heaven because this, oh man, I'm gonna eat it the whole day.
Has that been going on for generations, for hundreds of years?
Oh, absolutely.
Over 60% of Ethiopia is Orthodox Tewahedo Christian who practice fasting more than 210 days per year, up to a whopping 50.
See, these people, you can see the same images are in their Bible. Wow. Wow. So let's do some research about this, you know what I'm saying? Because Ethiopia, they have some hidden secret.
5 days at a time. But to fast here doesn't mean to abstain from food completely.
Fasting meaning abstaining from all animal products.
Absolutely. And sometimes people also avoiding alcohol during fasting season.
That's not that fun.
But when the time for fasting is over,
Let's see how Sonny gonna survive on this food journey in Ethiopia. But don't forget to subscribe, join the family, tell a friend to tell a friend. The Lord is here. Let's go into the video. See.
Of the cow?
Usually the round beef is really good for tips.
Oh my god, this is like to die for. It's rich, it's slightly chewy, slightly tender, and 100% delicious.
Yes.
The onions make such a big difference because they're slightly caramelized and sweet. On the side here, we have some different sauces.
This is really
They have some different sauces. Keep spicy, juicy.
spicy.
I think I can handle it.
Okay.
Is that too much? Don't care.
Okay.
Tolerable. I like it. The part that's throwing me off is that there's a ridiculous amount of raw meat. How many people would this feed? It's so much meat.
So do you like raw meat, guys? Have you tried it before? I don't know. For me, I've never. I want to try. But if you have tried it before, comment down. If you haven't, also let me know. Let's meet and go find some.
This could feed 3 people.
Why is raw meat such a prevalent thing in this country?
It's a delicacy here in Ethiopia. As much as there is vegan food, the meat eating culture here is also very huge.
Wow, look at this dainty little piece you gave me. It's so small.
You want a big one?
No, I don't. I'm gonna give it a little bit of a dip in the mustard. Oh wow, that mustard has like a little bit of horseradish or something in there. It almost feels like a hit of wasabi. For a moment, I felt like I was eating Japanese food. So here we have kind of like a steak tartare with spices inside.
I recommend the injera for the.
Oh yeah, he said Japanese food is like sushi, right? So I've eaten sushi before, but I haven't tried this one before. So since he said it's like sushi or Japanese food, then I think I have.
Yes. So treat it like a stew. Cheers. Cold, which is a good sign. You don't want it to be like warm. You don't want the fats leaking out. You can taste the garlic and the jalapeno. It's got some spice to it. A little bit oily in a good way. Overall, I like it. Is the meat gonna give me worms?
Possibly, which is why traditionally, after having a variety of raw meat, we usually follow it up with a traditional drink called arake. This is an Ethiopian
Why does it contain alcohol or it help digest the food?
version of vodka, if you will.
Oh, it smells really strong. All right, cheers. To killing the worms inside of us. Both.
Better than vodka, right?
Yeah, I feel very warm right here. I feel like I could put that in my gas tank if I ran out of fuel. This country is not a monoculture. There are so many different tribes, groups, ethnicities, people from different backgrounds, people with different recipes and traditions. So how does all that...
By the tribal people, they cook their food, right? I can see they are cooking their food here. So yeah.
factor into what is known as Ethiopian food?
That's a good question. Ethiopian food is very diverse and offers more than injera, and there are even parts of Ethiopia that do not consume injera. So what you see here and what represents Ethiopia doesn't even scratch the surface to what the Ethiopian cuisine offers.
My team's only spending a couple days in Addis Ababa. Right after this, we're flying south and we're going into the Omo Valley, where we're going to film several videos with the local indigenous tribes.
Wow.
Do you have any advice for me?
I would say embrace the culture because it's quite different. So be open-minded.
So everything I've seen here in Addis Ababa, when I go there, is it just going to be completely different?
Brace yourself.
He's cutting open the bile sac now. I think he'll just put a few drops on there, I'm hoping.
At only about 30,000, Kuru's village is a
This is the
close-knit
Omo
community
Valley, right?
of 70 families.
Here in this village, we are 650 people.
I know you
Oh, 650 people. It's not many.
cultivate food, but you also have some animals too.
Right. We eat chicken, goats, sheep.
To express my appreciation for the village's hospitality, I've offered them a revered animal, traditionally reserved
Oh, wow.
only for ceremonies. We will slaughter a cow
You've collected the blood. This man here is like washing it with leaves. What is the purpose of this?
and unite the community in a joyous feast.
This one's awesome. Can I have this recipe?
This all sounds great on paper. Then Kuru told me this.
We eat raw.
What are the parts that are eaten raw?
The stomach, the heart, and the liver, and also there is a pie.
Okay. The slaughtering process has begun. I've seen a lot of animals slaughtered in a lot of African villages. The process can change so much from place to place. It can vary from slashing the neck to suffocating the animal. So right now they're tying up the back legs. Most likely they're going to tip it over, and then that's going to give them some leverage to move on the cow. The best part about the slaughter is there's always some village elder.
Now it's getting intense, man. It's getting intense. Let's see what's gonna happen.
Telling the younger guys they're doing it wrong. That's what's happening right now. Once they have leverage on the cow, they can pull its head back, exposing its neck, and then that's that. They cut half the neck and they realize they don't have a bowl for the blood. Never a boring day in the office.
Typically, beef is only consumed
Sonny is really brave, you know, because not everyone can do this. He's brave.
here during the Christian holidays of Mezcal and Christmas, meaning this is a very special occasion. The preparation starts with the most perishable parts.
You've collected the blood. This man here is like washing it. What is the purpose of this?
When you put it longer, it will be attached to each other. When we cook it, it will be one piece.
Are these special plants that you're using?
This is a false banana leaf.
Oh, that's a false banana
Yeah.
leaf. It's also an anticoagulant, it turns out.
Under the skilled hands of the Dorze ladies, the cow blood will soon transform beyond recognition and join our menu.
This dish literally contains blood, sweat, and my tears.
On the other hand, the liver requires almost no preparation at all.
All right, so he's cutting off a big chunk and cutting that into smaller, more manageable chunks.
You know, in our culture, first the king start to eat, so we will wait
For him.
Yeah.
I'm not in a rush, actually.
Charlie, guys, if you are watching this, watch it with open mind. Don't be judgmental. Every culture have their own tradition and the way they live their life, you know. Culture is the way of life of the people. So understand everybody has their own culture. And culture is dynamic, understand? So, yeah, this is it.
I just love it. He just eats it like it's nothing, no big deal. You know, I used to think this was really strange, and now I just think it's a little bit strange. Yeah, I've grown over time. Should I stop talking? Just eat, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It's soft. You can literally feel the tissue.
He wanted to say something, but he don't want to say it. He don't want to offend anyone.
Breaking apart on your teeth as you chew through it. That's the most unique part. The taste is very irony. It's cooled down. Sometimes if you eat it really quickly, you can still feel the warmth of the animal. That can be disconcerting. I could see how this could be a treat out here, because this is something you have the opportunity to eat like once a year. Like when I was broke, I got to eat sushi once a year. And this is a little bit like raw salmon in texture.
Please finish this. This is last.
Oh, that's so kind, man. Does the king want it though?
The liver was just a warm-up. Now we're sitting down to a true raw meat feast with the chief and Kuru's sister.
On here we have meat. That's something I already experienced in Addis Ababa.
It's incredible to see how different people live their life, how they cook, how the type of ingredient they use in cooking, and it's interesting. Whoa.
Eating the raw meat like this. But we also have heart, we have kidneys, and we have the stomach. I still can see some of the food that was in the cow's stomach.
Man, this is one of the hardest. This is the hardest call, man. Hey.
Yeah.
These will soon be eaten with a local dipping sauce they claim is twice as good as ranch.
This Dorze hot sauce was made just a moment ago, but it's not complete yet. It needs to have some of this right here. This is the bile sack, full of bitter green bile. You're gonna mix some of this into our hot sauce, is that right?
Yeah.
So he's cutting open the bile sack now. I think he'll just put a few drops on there, I'm hoping.
See, only brave people can try this. Would you be brave to try all this? The bile.
That is
Bile is bitter.
I think we should start with the kidney. Kidney, heart, then stomach last. I like that you cut these into tiny pieces. That's really helpful for me. Oh, the bile is sitting right on top of this hot sauce. Throw it back.
Can we use the bread from the first banana?
Sure, where's the bread? I would literally eat it.
You see, the Ethiopians, they are eating it like it's normal, but the guy, oh my God.
Anything right now to help with that taste. That is wild. Now, I love the spice. I love the hot sauce. It's very spicy. It's got a powerful kick, but the bile is so bitter.
So you know the bile is good for headache.
But that's tough. You only kill the cow once or twice a year. So if it's like, hey, I have a headache, just wait 3 months.
Yeah.
All right, so you're slicing through the heart. This is my first time having raw beef heart. This thing is pretty massive. The bile is terrifying, but tantalizing at the same time. It's like a car crash. It's like I look at it, but I can't look away.
It's a bit tested from me.
The heart feels a little bit
It's hardcore. This is hardcore food, man.
softer than everything else so far. I can't say I would eat this every Tuesday, but I'm coming around. There's so much meat here. There's so much food. Could you eat all this raw meat for one meal? Could you fill your stomach just on this?
Oh, this for many people.
Share it with everybody.
Yeah.
I can get down with that. I think we should move on to this right here. That's a big stomach. You know, I used to weigh 136 kilograms. My stomach used to look like that. The texture of this stomach, it looks like a bathroom rug. There's a section from the outside of the stomach, so you peel that part out.
Yeah, this is a very fat one.
Wow, this is wild. The stomach is very thick, much thicker.
You know what? Sonny's show, this food review, shows us how people come together to celebrate. You know, how people love each other through food. So food is very, very important in every culture, every community, every livelihood. Because without food, maybe you can survive, I don't know.
Than I expected. It's really gamey, so it has kind of a bile / manure type smell to it.
Even when we cook it, the smell will be more bad from this.
Wow, you're quite the salesman. The smell is bad, but don't worry.
It's good for
when we
the-
cook it, it'll be worse.
But when you chew it, the strong one, all the body of the
It's really tough. It's like trying to bite through cartilage or something. Oh, and it's... Sorry, it's just... Yeah, it's really...
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, okay? And don't forget to subscribe and join the family.
Depends. Every bite I take, the stomach acids are gushing out of the stomach. And so if it was cooked or maybe washed a bit more, it might be different. I like this guy right here, just chilling. He seems to love it.
I love it more than meat, this one. It's good for our health.
So mostly you care about the health.
Yeah.
It's like taking cough medicine. It's not supposed to taste good. It's supposed to make you feel better. When do I start feeling better?
After 12 hours,
Okay, and I only had one bite. Is that enough to feel better?
you can eat it more.
Yeah, that's good.
So this is how the food tastes raw, but soon we'll see what happens when they add a little heat.
We are outside and cooking is underway. Right now we're making an iconic dish known as chucha-cha-cha. It starts with oil and then they're gonna put in some onion right here. Now I know what you're thinking. Earlier, we had that blood that was massaged.
A swift stab to the heart. This is how the Halmer people ensure a rapid and efficient end for the animal. The blood finds its home in a calabash. As soon as the draining is complete, the raw goat blood is shared among the villagers.
Whoa.
Just like the milk, everybody shares,
Share the
everybody
blood
takes a
among
turn.
themselves.
Oh, can I tell you something?
This is like a blood tonic, you know, a natural blood tonic.
I ate a hearty breakfast, and I'm glad I did, because I recommend never to drink warm, raw goat's blood on an empty stomach. You never get used to this. You know, with that smoky calabash, it adds another layer of flavor to the flavor profile. I mean, I hate the profile. It's just like very metallic, irony. I guess the most disconcerting part is that it's still goat's body. Oh yeah, it seems so satisfying. It's like chicken noodle soup.
When you're out here, every precious calorie matters.
What even is this?
And blood is a valuable source of nutrients, including vitamins and minerals.
Sorry, blood burp.
In the past, this was a very common addition to their diet. But these days, due to economics, slaughters are happening less and less.
My body.
This shows how our forefathers were living. Wow, that's interesting. Now, if they give you this to drink, you'll be like, I will not try. Man, I'll take you there. You particular, you watching me. I'll take you there to give you some of the blood. Eh?
Body still feels like this is pretty unusual. For them, this is a treat. This is something that comes around maybe 2 or 3 months. You can see it's not everybody in the village joined together doing this. It's a select few people who get to have a taste.
After a few rounds of sip pass, the remaining blood is set aside for an upcoming dish. Now, we're finally allowed to begin the next step. The skin is carefully removed. Later, it'll be transformed into clothing or leather products to sell. Now, they're doing something I've never seen before. As they sever the animal's bowels, they remove the goat's stomach with its contents still intact. This is presented to a younger sister.
This young girl is about to stick her face inside of the stomach and take a deep breath. I was told moments.
Why are they doing this? I don't understand. She will suffocate.
ago, this girl was feeling sick. She has a stomach ache, she has a headache, and they said the remedy, the cure, is to take the stomach, cut it open, and immediately have her breathe the contents of the stomach, and that is what just happened. After that, she took off.
With the aromatherapy complete, the goat's organs are now collected. Liver, kidneys, tripe. These will not be saved for later, as folks here prefer to eat the organs raw.
The first thing he does is he cuts a
For me, I was afraid, but hey, to them, they know what they are doing, man.
piece of the raw stomach, and then he eats it. At this point, the name of the game is, oh geez, thanks. Just slice off some random pieces of organs and eat it raw. Oh, it smells really bad. And that stomach is barely clean. I'm sorry, it's still like gastric juices on there. I pretended to eat it. All right, here I go. Oh, you know what? It tastes like granola bars. Just kidding, it doesn't. Liver is much more soft, stomach is very chewy, and absolutely still full of stomach acid. But no salt and no lime to chase it. Oof, da. Wow. Right now they're cutting the kidney. Kidney always has that mineral type flavor to it, like mineral water. No, it's nothing like that.
With our appetizer complete, the butchering continues. Each part of the goat is reserved for a different dish. Portions will be used for soup and some for barbecue. Almost nothing will go to waste except for the bile sac, which is fine with me because
Ooh.
I don't like it either.
Yeah, looks like that's trash.
With the goat fully broken down, it's time to cook. Big chunks.
Charlie, thank you all for being here. Don't forget to go watch the original video, and it's under the description. And don't forget to subscribe and join the family. This is your man, Lord M.A. I'm so grateful to have you once again. I love you all. I'll see you in my next videos. If you like this type of videos, comment down below, because I want to spice things up, and I love you guys so much. Thank you for the support and everything. I really appreciate. I'm out. See you in my next video.